gentlemen, welcome back. It is your boy once again, Evan Comics from the Comic Book Fiend Club East Chapter. I'm happy to have you all here because today is episode 2, episode 2 of the brand new series installment I like to call Show Off Your Slabs, where I show you some CGCs from my personal collection. We talk about their history, we talk about the story, the art, the creators, all that good stuff, and we geek out about it just a little bit, all right? I have a great book for you guys, picked from a many slabs because it is a personal favorite of mine as well. Graded at an 8.0, coming at us all the way from 1972, a Kirby classic, a key issue, and a first appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, Demon #1. First appearance of Etrigan the Demon. This is a great book. Fans of sword and sorcery, magic, monster, and horror books all alike are huge fans of this seminal classic by Kirby from the 70s. So let's go ahead and dive right into it because I don't want to keep you guys waiting anymore. This book was created by the legendary collaborative team of Jack the King Kirby, who is responsible for the story and the penciling, along with Mike Royer, who inked and lettered this series. The tale opens up in medieval times where the unnatural forces of Morgane Le Fay lay siege to the citadel of Camelot, seeking to capture the great wizard Merlin and his Eternity Book. Though the evil sorceress managed to breach the castle walls, her troops are still held back by Merlin's champion, the Demon. When the end drew near, Merlin summoned his demonic servant and tore a page from his magical book and handed it to the Demon, ordering him to leave. As the Demon obeyed his master's word, Merlin brought Camelot to the ground. Then, against the Demon's will, he was transformed into a man, losing all his memory in the process, and walked away from the burning city. At this point, we flash forward in time to meet the young demonologist Jason Blood, working on an ancient parchment with Theophilus Worley. Blood begins to explain that a demon haunts his dreams, and that gives Worley, who is secretly a sorcerer, the confidence that Jason Blood is the fabled demon. Worley then animates an empty suit of armor to attack him. Blood is able to defeat the armor, but it renders him unconscious while doing so. Worley stands over the body of Jason while Morgane Le Fay appears at this time, happy to have found her adversary Merlin's pet after more than a millennium of searching. At this point, Le Fay is very old and is running out of time to restore her youth, for which she needs Merlin's said Eternity Book. Worley assures her that Merlin will soon summon his puppet and Etrigan will lead them straight to it. Later on, a police officer wakes up Jason after finding him lying alone and unconscious in the Worley ruins, as he has found many before trying to snoop around the supposed haunted house. Jason cannot believe his eyes when he looks up, and what is now only rubble was the mansion he was in but an hour ago. The officer then explains that the Worley house burned down years and years ago and the old man's body was never found. Meanwhile, in the Central European nation of Moldavia, gunshots fire off into the night. An inspector demands to know what the heck is happening, but is shocked to see a stone statue alive and walking into an unnatural light in the castle grounds. Both the villagers who shot at the statue and the inspector now think the land is unholy. Cut to the Gotham City Men's Club, where Jason is sparring and socializing with his friends. Jason refrains from mentioning the strange events that recently have been bothering him, even though his companions are urging him to divulge. They then go on to Jason's house for a party. The young and beautiful Glenda Mark then looks in awe at the museum that is Jason's apartment and can't believe how all of the portraits of Jason's ancestors look exactly the same as him, and not to mention the strange fact that he speaks of history as if he was there to live it himself. The festivities are soon interrupted by a knock at the door, which Jason opens to find the same stone statue from Europe, who hands him a parchment while Blood's guests are stunned. Upon seeing the significance of the message, Jason ends the party and has the statue escort him to Castle Brannock. Little does he know, Le Fay and Worley are observing him via a two-way mirror the whole time. Jason journeys by plane, by train, and finally by horseback through the town of Wolfenstag and onward to the ominous Castle Brannock, where they are ambushed by the pitchfork-wielding minions of Morgane Le Fay. There are nearly too many for Jason to fend off. Jason then hears his name being called from a glowing entrance into the ground. He follows the mystifying voice, leading to the tomb flanked by grotesque gargoyles. The gargoyles turn their heads and move towards him, but then immediately return to their posts, allowing Jason to pass. Jason then stands upon the tomb and is drawn towards the archaic inscription and reads the infamous words aloud that we all know too well.
God, the fourth man, lies the demon Etrigan! Once more, with words of metered rhyme, comes Etrigan the Slayer just in time.
If you enjoyed that synopsis of issue 1, definitely go out and pick up yourselves a trade of the original 16-issue series by Kirby and Royer. There's some classic stuff in here. And like I said, if you enjoyed that first synopsis, you definitely enjoy all the other 15 issues that are collected here. And in volume 2, there is also a great 4-issue miniseries by Matt Wagner and Art Nichols. I love this one as well. Volume 3 has a lot of great books as well, written by Alan Grant and penciled by various artists. These are some of my favorite issues from my personal collection, and a lot of these he teams up with Lobo. This is a personal favorite from that volume of mine. And more recently, there is a 6-issue miniseries by Andrew Constant and Brad Walker called Demon Hell is Earth. Now, this is a really good one as well. There are a lot of growing fans of the Demon because of the popularity of Justice League Dark, and I couldn't be happier with that because this is some great reads right here, guys. Make sure you pick these up. Don't forget, take care of yourselves, be kind to one another, have fun, collect what you love, and as always, show off your slabs.